Hi there everybody, welcome to Mirror World News. My name is Adam and today we are going to be breaking down the different genres being used by fiction writers and how you can use them. Hi there everybody, welcome back, and today, like I said, we are going to be looking into genres for fiction writers to be able to use in their stories. But first and foremost, you have to ask yourself, what is a genre? What are they? Well, Webster's dictionary defines genre as a category of artistic composition characterized by similarities in form, style, or subject matter. But what is that really? I don't know about you guys, but I like to make sure that I understand something that is so vitally important to my writing. So I've taken the liberty of breaking down genre into three major aspects for you. And these are something that you want to keep in mind whenever you're writing your fiction stories. That way you can keep in your own genre, because that's extremely important. So what are these three aspects? Well, the first aspect is an overarching atmosphere or tone to your story. This lets you create a mood that you want the readers to have. And the style and the wording that you use in your story is determined by your genre. So if you want to have something that feels oppressive, you're going to use words that convey that oppressive feeling. If you are writing something that is going to be light and airy, you're going to use words that convey that, and that will bring your atmosphere together to help show your whole genre. So that's the first aspect. The second aspect of a genre is the most recognizable piece. It is the thing that most people think genre is, and that is the setting in which your story takes place. In essence, this is the who, what, when, and where of your story. This can be the very obvious choices of your story. They're the most noticeable aspects of your genre, and they are what people will most associate to it. For example, if I am doing, first aspect of my genre, a light and airy atmosphere, then my second aspect of drama might be in the Wild West. Okay, so that a lot of people would determine your genre then to be a Western genre. Though you could definitely have more to it than that, but that is, like I said, the most easily recognizable piece, which is the setting for your book. And then the third is the most interesting. It covers the why aspect. So it can be classified as the basis of how your world reacts and interacts with itself and the characters. This helps reinforce point number one and point number two. So it helps reinforce the atmosphere and the mood, and it helps reinforce the setting by how things all interact together. Okay? And you can see this through numerous fiction books all throughout history. All three of these aspects are utilized to determine your genre. Now, with genre, we find that with the setting and with the atmosphere, we do find a lot of overlap. Now, luckily, you don't have to go racking your brain on what kind of genre is my story. I have broken down the 13 major genres for fiction writing. Now picture each one of these as being a circle. Every single one of these 13 I'm going to mention has their own sphere of influence. Now with any book of writing, just like in real life, there is no just one sphere. It would be extremely hard for you to find any book out there that has ever been written that only has one of these 13 aspects to them. The more you combine together, the more realistic it seems to be. And I've divided them up into three major sections for you, and I'll get to that right now. So the first section has to do with the classic definition or categorization of your genre. So this mostly has to do with number two, with the setting of your story. So they are fantasy, sci-fi, horror, and mystery. Those are the four overarching ones. Those are the big circles. Now to fine-tune it more, you can add little circles into these big circles. So this would constitute the next four, which is romance, drama, comedy, or adventure. So those circles can be inside of your setting. And then we have the where So these are the next settings, which are historical, modern day, future, post-apocalyptic or dystopian, and alternate reality. So let's say, for example, just for fun, we're going to make our own little genre for a story right now. I'm going to start with a big overarching circle, and I am going to pick number 2, which is sci-fi. So that's what I'm going to choose for my story. So I have my overarching sci-fi circle. Then I'm going to put 2 of the second category in there as well. Well, I want romance and adventure. So I'm going to add romance and adventure into my sci-fi. So that means I'm going to be writing a sci-fi story with romance and adventure, and I'm going to make it historical. So it'll be way back in time. I kind of just made Star Wars, but that's okay. So you can do your own thing with all of these, and you can intermix them and put them anywhere you want. So if someone asks you to classify, well, what genre is it? You can say, well, I got a sci-fi story with romantic and adventure elements set in the far past. That pretty much tells one of your readers exactly what they need to know about the genre of your story without telling them any specific aspects or characters or anything of your story. So I want you to do a little exercise for yourself at home. When you're done this video, I want you to write out the little circles for yourself and think of the story that you're writing right now, or a story that you want to write, and put those circles together and find out what your genre is. A lot of times in the industry or public opinion makes you want to have to pick one thing. So you have to say, oh, I'm writing a sci-fi book. You don't have to just use one word. You can expand it. And you can expand it now with a better amount of understanding by using those 13 categories, and now you understand the 3 aspects of genre. So thank you very much for your attentiveness today. What I would like you all to do is please make sure to like and subscribe to this video if you enjoyed it, if you find these helpful. We definitely love to know when people love them, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and head on over to Mirror World Publishing as well. Their subscriptions are opening in the middle of November, November 15th, so definitely make sure to look into that as well. We are going to be continuing with Mirror World News next week, where we're going to be having an interview with another author. So thank you very much and have yourself a wonderful day.